So, can you use your Casio G-Shock GBD200 without actually a phone? And yep, you can actually do that. However, there are some limitations which you will face. So, first you can basically use this, and it will basically, when you receive it, it will be already ready to use. And you can also change all settings on this watch, and yeah, you really don't need your phone for this watch. And also your battery life will thank you, because if you don't have your Bluetooth connected, it can easily last like for over 2 years. But if you use it with your phone, the battery life will be like less than a year. So what are some functions that you are missing? First, you won't be able to use GPS, because this watch relies on the GPS of your phone. So when you basically want to track your activities and like running and stuff like that, so you can't really use GPS for that. But if you don't use it with your phone, it will still record your distance, and it will basically calculate it using your stride length. So make sure you set it up in the settings first, your height and weight properly, because it will calculate it, and it's actually fairly usable, I would say. Of course, it's not as accurate as when using GPS, but it can still calculate distance based on your step count and stuff like that. So it's actually quite usable there. Then another thing which you won't be able to use, obviously, will be your notifications. However, the notifications on this watch aren't the best, and you can't really sort which notifications you want to receive and which ones you don't. And yeah, it's a kind of limited system. It only shows you the titles, and yeah, I really don't care about the notifications on this watch, because they're not very useful and you can't really reply either. Also, you will have to set your time and time zones manually on the watch itself, but you can do that. Only it won't sync the time automatically. If you connect it with your phone, it will basically fetch your time from the phone, and it will be accurate at all times. But the G-Shocks are fairly accurate anyway, so that's not a huge problem. And then I think the final limitation, which you won't be able to utilize, is basically track your past step count goals. So you can see on the watch itself for the step count in the graph for past 7 weeks. And you can see your current daily step count, but it won't show you the number for yesterday's steps, only this graph. So once it fills up, basically determined on your goal basically, and you won't be able to see your data, past step counter data for like past week or months. In this app we can see, basically click on this live log, and we can basically see on what day we did how much steps, how much distance we covered, and we can record and save on this app basically, and we can cycle through the different days here, like a weekly overview and a monthly overview. So I just reset this watch recently. It won't show you anything, but it will show you a nice chart how you did like a time ago you with the step counts and like distance and stuff like that. So for tracking purposes you won't get this function, obviously, and that's, I think, for me is the biggest limitation as to why I'm not I'm using this watch with a phone. That GPS, I don't really care obviously that much, because that like the regular tracking is fine probably for me. Also notifications I don't really care about, but I really care about this step counter, like you can see just in past and stuff like that. So yep, if you want to, you can obviously use this watch quite easily without the phone, and there's no problem at all, and your battery life will actually be much better. Anyway, if this was helpful, make sure to hit the like button. See you!